Hello, everyone on the digital awesomeness. My name is Owen C. Cotter, and you're watching sci fiction. If you're listening to the radio show, I believe this is episode 59, I believe, or 58, probably 59. We check that out. This is going to be an amazing episode later. This show, we're going to be talking with a gentleman named Bill Hedges. He runs Cosmic Film Studios, and it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to talking with him. We are broadcasting on all channels simulcast at Sci Fiction Official on YouTube, at Sci Fiction CLM on Facebook, at Sci Fiction on Twitter, and at Sci Fiction CLM on Twitch. Everybody's having a beautiful week, and coming up on the weekend here in a few days, we will be. Let me rank some news items here up. We're going to be in January at Fan Expo, New Orleans. Here's the guest lineup here. Amazing guest lineup. We got Linda Hamilton from Terminator, a lot of Lord of the Rings actors, Elijah Wood, Charlie Cox from Daredevil, Stardust, John Berth, of course, the Punisher, Katie South from Mandalorian and Battlestar Galactica, Daredevil, Men in Black, Vincent D'Onofrio, Sean Astin, Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Bruce Campbell himself, Sonequa Martin Green, Eman Esfandi, Sean Gunn, Michael Bean, hell yeah, Robert Patrick, Edward Furlong, Lance Hendrickson, yeah, Felicia Day, Ethan Suplee from My Name is Earl, American History X, Jeff Ward, Lana Pura, Peter Weller, heck yeah, Robocop, Jason Lee, Danny Trejo, and actually you got a lot of other stuff. You've also got voice actors, some really good ones. Check this out. You've got, there it is, Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime himself, Pinky in the Brain, 50% off shipping. This is all taking place at Fan Expo on January 5th through the 7th at the New Orleans Ernst N Convention Center in New Orleans, Louisiana from January 5th to the 7th. Have all four of the original actors from voice actors from original Ninja Turtles. You got animated, all kind of stuff on there. Everybody can be. It'll be an amazing event. We got a lot of our friends are going to be down there that weekend. Really looking forward to checking that out. Everybody has a beautiful time there. So if you're in the New Orleans area, stop by Fan Expo. We will be there all weekend long on location. We just put in for some extra programming. I'm going to do a panel. Probably, hopefully, get that in. It's going to be about all things sci-fi, discussion and conversation about all things sci-fi. So if you're there, we'll be updating that as that comes into other. There's going to be a few other panels we may be on as well. So I have to drop that information on the social media pages when that comes out. We're going to have Bill on here shortly in about 10:15. Looking really forward to talking. If you haven't heard about Bill, I'm going to let him tell him about himself. I want to show everybody his website real quick. We'll bring it back on the screen here in just a second when he gets back on when he gets on the air. He runs Cosmic Film Studios, and he's a heavy, passionate fan of Lost in Space. Matter of fact, I'll have to tell you about some of the goodies. He has full set replicas in two separate locations of the Lost in Space props and the sets. So you've got the actual sets. He's got dioramas, all kind of stuff. He's been in a model builder magazine for his pro model building for like miniature models of all the different stuff, Lost Space and planes, different things. And you've got like here's some of his props. Here's the let's see, you got replica. Here's some stuff. Here's some doing working with a miniature Jupiter 2. There's some of the stuff. He's also got the interior of the actual interior of the Jupiter 2, like the set. So here's the interior of the Jupiter 2. You got the full life size. It's amazing stuff. You go to his site, it's Cosmic Films with an S Studio.com. It's amazing. He's got some really cool stuff here. He's got his cat. He also shelters foster animals. We're talking about that. All the computers, everything, readouts, you name it, it's all in there. Totally cool stuff. He also does making. He's got, of course, his film production studios, and And I have to tell you about the theater aspect of it. Some of it's based out of a theater in Nebraska, which is where he's located. So he'll be joining us here shortly. For people joining us, my name is Owen Cotter. You're watching Sci Fiction on all social media simulcasted. This episode, I believe, is episode 59. Let me just double check that. If you're listening to this on Subspace Radio Network on the iHeartRadio awesomeness. We're really looking forward to bringing Bill on. I'm wanting to interview him for a while now. We had a little hiccup with the site, as you know, for people that are insider knowledge. This is episode. Let me make sure I get this right on the iHeartRadio. Yes, 59. I was right. 59 on the iHeartRadio show. If you're listening to this week, this will air on Thursday, 7 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific on the Subspace Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Sci Fiction Radio Goodness. We are going to be having Bill on here shortly. We're going to go a little bit over some of the stuff from Fan. I like the Fan Expo for a second. I want to go to the site real quick, actually. Also, got a few news items on the site. We have, of course, Dave Filoni recently was promoted to the Lucasfilm Chief Creative Officer, expanding all Star Wars oversight. Nicholas Hoult is in talks to play the new Lex Luthor in James Gunn's Superman Legacy. Got some video game goodness, a really cool article about Citizen Sleeper, which is a cyberpunk game, sci-fi game by our new video game writer, Dia. Peter Cullen to be honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be on December, I think, 17th. Yes. Hold on. Yes, December 17th at the second annual Children's and Family Emmy Awards on Sunday, December 17th. So that's going to be really cool. Congratulations, Peter. He'll be at the event as well in Fan Expo. Hope to get to talk to him. Pedro Pascal is also in talks. It's a little bit older, it's like last week, but to play Marvel's Fantastic Four. Really gearing up for Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire. That's going to be awesome. And there you go. That's some goodness there for you on the sci-fiction awesomeness. We're working on building out some more goodies for the site and some other things. So stay tuned. We'll be announcing the months and weeks and months go by. Bring this back on. For people joining us, if you'd like to ask Bill any questions about Lost in Space, sci-fi, film production, anything and everything, feel free to comment in the comment overlay. We're going to have the chat overlay here in a second. Got to give me some water, some sparkling goodness, white grape awesomeness. Awesome goodness. They're not paying us to promote this either. But anyways, we're really looking forward to bringing everybody some content from Fan Expo. We've been doing some panels down there, some speaking. Believe this year they have a podcast stage, which we're looking to do some work with some of our friends down there in the Louisiana area. Want to shout out to our friends at the Federation, Mr. Randolph Allen, the Vice Admiral of the Federation, Russ Hesledge, the main commander, also Captain, Admiral, President, King of Awesomeness, and the Louisiana Ghostbusters, Deuce and the gang. We want to also mention the Crew to Who, our friends at the Week in Geek radio show on WRNO 99.5, and David DeCorbier, Scungy, and all the goodness. And who else? We got shout outs. The 501st Legion and the Rebel Legion, Dagama Base, I believe it is, down there in the Louisiana region division of the Star Wars 501st and the Rebel Flip the Coin. The bad guys doing good. Did a lot of charity work down there as well as the Louisiana Ghostbusters and all the crew. And just everybody at Fan Expo. Always enjoy the Fan Expo. So really looking forward to going down there in New Orleans here in a few weeks to cover that. Right after that, we're going to be, I think, going to Mardi Gras for a little bit, for taking a little break there to visit some family and friends. We're going to bounce back after that in March. We're hoping to go to a couple events, at least one on the Gulf Coast near the Mississippi area. And then after that, we're going to be taking a little break. I know what we're going to do in between April and May. Then boom, San Diego Comic-Con. Then boom, Star Trek. Well, STLV 58-year mission. So you have to go STLV, stands for Star We are back. Sorry, everybody. Had a little hiccup there with the signal. Not sure what was going on there. There's a little hiccup there. Everybody, we are back on simulcasting live streaming. See if we got everything back operational here. Let me just double check this right quick. Yes, we are back. Sorry, everybody. It was a little bit of hiccup there, but we seem to be back operational. Awesomeness. Hope that doesn't happen again. Waiting on Bill to join us here. On the audio version, I will edit that segment out so you will not see any of the lag on that and just the space in between that disconnect. Everybody's having a beautiful week, and I hope everybody's doing well. We will be, as we said, be at Fan Expo here in beautiful Louisiana, New Orleans here coming up on January 5th to 7th. So stay tuned on that. Not sure which network we're on here. We're on a network, so we're good. So hopefully everybody's doing well. If you have any comments for Bill of Cosmic Film Studios, please let us know. He has an amazing plethora of knowledge compared when you come to Lost in Space. It's also this film. There's a really cool vintage theater he runs, which is it's amazing stuff. I'm really looking forward to talking with him. For people joining us, my name is Owen C. Cotter. You're watching Sci-Fiction on all channels simulcasted on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and everywhere and beyond. This will be episode 59 on iHeartRadio Station. 59 on iHeartRadio Station. So stay tuned for this broadcast on the iHeartRadio Station. Subspace Radio Network, Sci-Fiction Radio. Will be airing on Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Times, 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific. So we're waiting on Bill to join us here shortly. Let's see what we got here. And bring up his website real quick. So I want this to be here. So we got so many tabs open here. A second here. Yeah, we've got it. Let's make sure it's there. So people joining us, my name is Owen Cicada. We're going to have Bill Hedges on here shortly to talk about all the cool sci-fi, Lost in Space, theater, everything and beyond. Everybody's doing well. Like I said, if you have any questions for Bill, please join in the discussion. We always enjoy engaging with the fans. I want to thank everybody for following our pages too, especially Facebook. And we're trying to get some more Twitter and our YouTube. If you're watching this show now, please follow our YouTube at Sci-Fiction Official, all together one word. We're trying to get those numbers up. We're going to be dumping a lot of video content. We've still got a few more pieces archived that we're going to put on there. A ton more from Fan Expo New Orleans and all the other events coming up until 2024. So stay tuned on that awesomeness. We also are going to be going, like we said, the Fan Expo. We're doing a few. We're going to be doing Comic-Con hopefully this year as well, and San Diego Comic-Con, and the STLV 58-year mission. It's a heavy Star Trek. Last year, over 160 Star Trek guests. Bill is here on the side here. I don't see him. I can see his. Maybe he's joining in. I would rejoin in. We had a little hiccup, but we're doing good now. So I'll relog back in there. I think he's going to join us here shortly. We're going to be down at Fan Expo. We're really looking forward to that event. It's going to be a really cool time, I believe. Hopefully get some really good content. I'm really looking forward to some of the actors down there who are getting a little older in their 80s and stuff, and 70s and 80s. I want to talk with Peter Weller because they've got a lot of stuff going on with the RoboCop franchise. Now they just dropped the game, Rogue City. He's got a documentary. He's doing a lot of conventions more now than ever. So I think we might have an opportunity to talk with him. Peter Cullen, voice of Optimus Prime, he's going to be there. He's actually done a lot of other voices beyond that main role, it's including some other robots and Transformers in the series as well. I think Ironhide and one of the movies or something like that. So we're looking forward to talking with him. We're also looking forward to seeing some of our good buddies down there, like Randolph Allen, who will probably bring him on next week or the next to talk about the what he's going to be doing down there at the expo and geek out and talk about Star Trek and sci-fi as always. He's with the Federation. It's an amazing organization. If you have not heard of the Federation, they put on the Sci-Fiction Radio and iHeart for Subspace Radio Network, and they actually do a lot of charity work. It's a heavy charity organization. So if you go to their site, I believe it's the Federation or Trek Federation. Just Google the Federation on Google. It'll bring up their site. It has an amazing, it's a beautiful site too. It's got the Enterprise flying on it and all kind of goodies. And if you go to their tab, here's Bill. I think he's here just joining us. Bill, can you hear me? I can see you, but I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can see you, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me? We must have a little technical issue there. We'll patch that in here in a second. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up for everybody for our coverage. Hope to get Bill in here on a little technical issue. Hope to get him in here shortly. We've got a lot of cool stuff though. The simulcasting is working though. Everything's on par here. Might be on his end. I'm not exactly sure. We've got an amazing plethora of guests we're lining up for. We're also doing those panels. Waiting to hear back on a few options for. We've got panels we're giving and putting on. Then we got some other panels we're going to be on down there at the event. So some of it's going to range from a lot of it's sci-fi related, which is going to be awesome. Star Trek, sci-fi, Star Wars, Battlestar, Lost in Space, you name it, it's all going to be in there. Or the main panel we're going to be putting on, hopefully down there, is going to be a conversation about all things sci-fi, including all the 9 subgenres, everything from cyberpunk, steampunk, everything, anything and everything. So there's like a lot of subgenres that are in the sub area of science fiction. Not really much horror, but a lot of other stuff like fantasy. Is kind of like a subgenre. Well, not really a sub. That's more of a separate. But there's some other ones, kind of like cyberpunk, steampunk, down the list. Diesel punk. You've got stuff like there's a new stuff too. There's like futurism, hope punk. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if we'll get into all the new ones, but we're definitely getting to the OG awesome list of all the sub stuff. We are, for everybody watching, we will be having a contest. I'm not going to get too details about it. We're going to have a massive contest coming up soon, which will probably run for at least a month or so. So it's going to be a massive contest, be heavily promoted on our Facebook and social media. It's going to be a sci-fi contest, include with 25 winners. Let's just drop that Easter egg out there. 25 winners, and I don't know why. Maybe there's a reason for 25. You'll see. 25 winners, and we'll explain the reason why it's 25 winners later on in some of the future broadcasts. We're working on some amazing stuff behind the scenes. I can't talk about it right now. Some amazing stuff for the sci fiction community and science fiction fans and the whole. And I think they'll really enjoy it. And it's something very, very special we're working on, as well as some modifications to the web platform and some of the other goodies. So we'll get that going. It's gonna be really, really fun. I'm enjoying working on that with our partners, and working on doing some other stuff, collaborations. There's also some film. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. There's some film projects that we're in negotiations with some companies to do a few things. I can't get into that right now because it's kind of NDA-ish, kind of not can't talk about who, when, where, what, how. There's like 2 or 3 things. Hydrate up. Just got a message. Also, it might be Bill. Let's see what we got. It will be at Fan Expo in 2023, 2024 actually. I'll say it. I'll say it. We got Bill on here. Here he is. See if we got the technical issues fixed here. Bill, can you hear me? Bill, can you hear me? Test your audio there for a second? I can see you. See something here. Your audio is all set. You're active on all channels, and everything seems to be set on my end, right? Try enabling the if you go to settings, enabling your audio source as the microphone, whatever mic you're using. That might, if you're using a laptop, that might be what it is. I'll bring him in here shortly. He's working on the audio stuff. The yeah, like we said, the Fan Expo is going to be amazing. We're looking forward to coming to you with that. I'm a little technical issue today. It's all good. We'll edit it up. They got the panels down. They have a podcast stage down there, which we're looking forward to. Hold on, let me see if Bill's back here. Can you hear me, Bill? John, I can't hear you. I can't test the audio. See if we can get that. I can see you perfectly. Let him figure that out for a second. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's an audio problem there. We're all operational on our end. We've got full audio, so I don't know what's going on with that. Send a message here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Bill, can you hear me? I've got microphone turned on and fully ramped up. Check, check. One, two, three. What's going on here with this thing? Should be working fine. Can you hear me at all? I don't know what's going on with that, but everybody's doing good today. We may have to pause this in a little bit. Not sure exactly. Hold on a second. What's going on here? The titles were erased here. I noticed that much. Oh, there it is. You're streaming still. All goodness. So we got here. We repause the list. There's that. Go to settings. Things good. Audio. Real tech. Microphone array. Video. Looking good on that. Full high definition. I think he's going to try a different device, everybody. So this will be good. We'll edit all that out on the radio so it'll be a seamless broadcast. Sorry we're having a little technical issues, everybody, today. My name is Owen Cotter. If you're watching here on Sci-Fiction, we're at Sci-Fiction Official on YouTube, at Sci-Fiction COM on Facebook, at Sci-Fiction COM on Twitch, and at Sci-Fiction, just Sci-Fiction on Twitter. So everybody joining, we're going to be broadcasting here. We're hoping to get Bill on here where we can hear and see him, which I already can see him, we just can hear him. So we'll get that on here shortly. Like we said before, we're going to be going to Fan Expo here on January 5th through the 7th. If you want us or anything you'd like us to cover, if we're going to be at Fan Expo, if you're a comic creator, an actor, anybody and beyond, feel free to contact us. Just contact us on our Facebook page at Sci-Fiction COM. It's the gold and the blue letters with the little horizon and the comic going up. And we'll be able to bring you on live streams or do video interviews with you or audio or podcast, whatever you want to do. We can do some shout outs. And we're also looking for some advertisers and sponsors for the show. So if you have advertisers or want to be an advertiser or a sponsor for Sci-Fiction, please feel free to contact us. We'd love to have you on the show as well to promote your brands and products. Our site is scifiction.com for people just joining us, and we actually will be glad to help you out. We do charge a little bit of money. It's not a lot, depending on what you're wanting to do. So if we're coming to cover an event, we definitely have to have some expenses covered, because especially if we're flying across the U.S., whatever, and some stuff for our crew. We have a very small crew, 2 to 3 usually. We're more people usually cause camera rigs and more editing and heavy equipment. We're trying to consolidate it down to more of a portable system now. Because some of these camera guys, man, they get pricey, man. They want $1,000 a day. So some of them, I don't know if they're not, they're good. They're good. I've been worked with a lot of good ones, but I mean, I'm not Steven Spielberg. I have endless caboodles of cash like all these guys. So not yet, at least. So we're working on getting some stuff. We've got it down to a really good formula though. The photography is getting really good. Looks amazing. We got a lot of good software to get the photography looking good for fan photos and anything from cosplay to all kind of sci-fi goodness. We're getting, I'm getting some new lavaliers since they're going to be really crisp. They're about $300, but they clip on and they transmit to a cell phone rig or a DSLR camera, like a Sony or a Canon. So those are going to be new things. We'll probably bring those to Comic Con for sure. And I don't know if we'll have them for Fan Expo. We definitely need to get some other equipment though for tripod. There's a special tripod working. There's a lot of equipment. This stuff ain't cheap, everybody. It's my full time gig. So we run the sci fiction. Let's give you a little list while we're sitting here. I'm gonna give a Cliff Notes version of what I do every day. So I get up, I check about 20 different email correspondence, take my coffee in between. Let's see what else. Just tons. We have to maintain all social media platforms, communicate with my writers, then get all their content together to post on the site. My web development team, my webmaster, our other team, which we can't, other people, we're doing something else on the side. It's a whole nother big thing. Working on plugging in the site. It'll be part of sci fiction. What else? I got to talk. My agent, trying to get a call with him today at 4 p.m. So there's lots of stuff going on. It's a full time gig, and we're trying to get some sponsors and advertisers too, so we can promote them. We got this network of 300,000 subscribers, reaching millions monthly. So we're hoping to get a sponsor and advertiser here soon. It's not really about the money. It's just about being able to have a little booster rocket. It looks good when you go somewhere. We're trying to build this thing up. It's much bigger than just an online publication. We're trying to get it to where it's featured as a major platform with insider behind the scenes, everything. If you notice, we've done a lot of behind the scenes stuff in the past. Nothing's going to be coming. What's about to come up. This you can see nothing yet. So I meant to say. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. All kind of. It's going to be like we're trying to get it to the level on the online magazine front of like a Nerdist or maybe like an IO9 or comicbook.com. But our numbers are pretty good. They're not as good as Sci-Fi Channel. Of course, they're not really a blog. They're a TV channel. So we're not really counting them as much as an online media news outlet. They do have media news, but they're mostly a TV channel. But I'm not going to brag. Many months, though, we have had benchmark traffic flying way past theirs on several social media sites. I think our highest month was we had one post that went over our monthly allotment. That one post, it was a Star Wars, I think it was Star Wars or Star Trek, reached 27 million people. Usually we reach 10 to 20 million on a good month. Well, with that one was a really good month. We had an extra 10 million. The algorithm's all over the place with Meta, so you never know what bandwidth you're going to get. But this is like a crash course in social media analytics. Basically, that month we reached 56 million people. I think this entire year we've reached a few hundred million people throughout just Facebook and social media. Not to mention all of our other sites, YouTube, TikTok. We're working on something special with TikTok, so stay tuned to all the TikTokers and Instagram. And we're on every social media platform. We're also on Tumblr. For people that have been following us for years on Tumblr, we thank you. We're one of the trending featured must follow pages on there. We really thank the staff of Tumblr and all its incarnations and different people that have owned the site. I know David Karp had owned it for years and sold it. I think sold like $1 billion something bucks. I think the last person to own it was a gentleman who runs WordPress. We love WordPress, awesome. Very good for developers and very helpful to build stuff. They bought it for only like 10 million, and they built it into. It's still active during the pandemic, sci-fi. San Diego Comic Con had their costume contest virtual on Tumblr, and a lot of big actors are on there. Will Wheaton, of course, who's a big gamer from Star Trek Next Gen. He's a big video, mostly role playing games, actually RPGs, tabletop stuff. And the Sci-Fi Channel has a page on there. A lot of people are porting over. But it's really kind of a good hub for illustrators, sci-fi. All the big sci-fi Twitter pages, most of them have hubs there on of all their content on Tumblr. We try to update that page at least once a month. It's a lot to maintain all these pages. Um, I have an assistant, but there's so much stuff that we have to maintain to keep this thing afloat. That's what I'm saying. If we had the sponsorship or advertising capability, we could activate some more writers, get some more people to help us out with some more stuff, develop more video content. Because what happens is we get all this content, it needs to be edited. And the computers we have are good, but really, honestly, these days to render 4K ultra high resolution definition video, and I know people out there to do this have to have pretty solid computers, at least two of them if you're having two editors with at least, 16 gigabytes is good, but 30, when these things get thrashing, these computers get overheated and they're rendering heavy video. And God forbid you're putting in After Effects or title effects or whatever whiz bang awesome graphics are on the screen. Yeah. So if you're putting all that stuff on there, you're definitely going to have, rendering issues, especially if you're filming in 4K, sometimes 6K. Usually it's 4K. 1080p is good, but not as great as 4K. Here we go. We have got Bill here. Bill, can you hear and see me? Can you hear and see me? I can see you. Let's see here. Let me see something. I'm going to see if I can hear myself on Facebook. Oh. Oh, let me go here a second. Let me refresh this on my Facebook. I can hear myself, but I can't hear Bill. It's working on my end. What we can do though too, I can end this stream. Let me text him. I don't know if he can hear me. And restart it. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, we're really looking forward to coming down to the Fan Expo and all the goodies. Let me restart the stream. Let me refresh this. Hold on a second, bye. Hold on. Right. There we are. We're back. Everybody can hear us, see us. See if we can double check that on the social media good. Restarted. Let me restart this sucker up. See you in a second, everybody.